Ladies and gentlemen, the season finale for season 10 of the Heart-to-Heart Motorsports Truck Series is getting ready to take place. We are from Kansas, Northeast country, smack dab in the middle of it. And yes, do not adjust your TV sets. It is the Bud Light and Barbecue 150. I am not making that up. I am very, very proud to say that that is the sponsor for the season finale of the Heart-to-Heart Motorsports Truck Series. Everybody strap in and get yourself ready. You'll see it all here tonight, live on MotorMouth Broadcasting. Good evening, folks. I'm the Redneck Announcer, Jake Reeves. Been here for damn near, if not every single one of them, as well as my good buddy, Big Jim Cunningham. Go commentate and produce it. Jimmy, buddy, baby, I'm telling you, it's been a hell of a 12 weeks, all the way from Daytona, all the way to Kansas. We've been all over the place. We've seen some great races, some thrills, some spills, and we're getting ready to crown us a champion here tonight. Sir, how are you?
I'm good, man. Good to be here with you. It's been a pleasure. I'll say that right now. It's been a pleasure to work with you all season. This isn't the only races we do together. And to be honest with you, I do a lot of races, and I have to honestly admit that I look forward to the time that you and I get to spend together when we do these races. I really do. So I'm thrilled to be here with you. And no, it's true. You entertain me. You're funny. We have a good time together. We have a differing opinion, and we are jumping into qualifying. So we are about to get going here. Yeah, man, been a great season. Absolutely fabulous. This has been a great league to call. I love the fact that we don't sweat cautions in this league. You know, you and I, the one thing you probably get tired of quicker than anything else is when you got a race that you got to go through 15 cautions or something like that to deal with. It's a pleasure to call these races where there might be one, there might be none. Who knows? The whole thing's been a blast all season. And here we are. The Bud Light and Barbecue 150.
Yeah.
We're going to get us some beers and some of that Kansas City barbecue with some of that sweet sauce on it and kick back and enjoy this thing. I wish I had some barbecue right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I wish that. Well, honestly, I wish I had some beer, but I drank it all last night. Literally, I've got none in the fridge. I didn't even think about going and getting it. I had another broadcast last night.
I'm not opposed to talking about that. But you broadcasted the finale of the
NASCAR 500 King of Daytona. Yes.
And,
yes, me, Wesley Allen, Dean Hopton with NASCAR 360 Racing Network. It was a great finish. Matter of fact, NASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing series driver, if I even said that in the right way, hell if I know.
That sounded good.
Yeah, it sounded fantastic. And Malik Ray from Greenville, South Carolina, took it home last night. $1,700 is what he won last night. And that is a hell of a chunk of change right there, especially – Yeah. And right there around tax time, too. Damn, ain't that something? Anyway. Just kidding. Anyway, up there you see it. Everybody working their way around. Real quick, if you haven't yet, make sure you like and subscribe to MotorMouth Broadcasting and also Redneck Announcer Productions, both of those channels on YouTube. You get the YouTube version of, you get this, you get the live pictures and all that good stuff and everything of what we're showing you. If you go over and listen to the what I'm putting out, it is uncut and uncensored. So if we ever do get to go to a commercial, you won't hear some stuff that we can't say right here on MotorMouth Broadcast. That's pretty much what the whole gist of it, Jim, because I've had people ask me all the time, what do y'all talk about during commercial? Well, asking ye shall receive. And
right.
Trust me, you might want to hide the kids on that one because it gets a little bit rough.
Oh, the funny part is with this league, it's not too bad, but there's some times when you go to commercial that you just like, I can't believe this is actually happening. But overall, this league is pretty good. We pretty much go, if we do go to commercial, it's usually during a live while they're still racing because they don't have a lot of cautions here. So, but we've done a lot where we get a lot of chances to do commercials, and it's for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I mean, and you end up having situations like you were talking about with the cautions, and then eventually you have situations where it is.
Oh yeah.
We got beef.
Oh yeah.
And then you're pissed off and ill and everything else, and it never ends up working out for you.
So,
And
hey, I want to make
it's
I want to make an announcement real quick too. So
really?
this week, well, I had a guy from another league that wanted to join this league, and because I told him about the quality of racing and everything, and he said, "Well, I've heard of Heart to Heart. They're pretty well known for a good league, but they, as we see Castanet putting up a purple sector, not a big surprise there. My guess is he's fixing to jump up to the pole right here. I'm smart like that. That purple helps tell me that too.
Yeah.
Well, yellow. He might not actually. He turned a yellow sector in the last sector.
Oh damn!
He did not. He did not get the pole on that lap.
Oh wow!
Look at Rusty Robbins up there. I just said I'd like to see him come into the booth this year before the season was over. And look at that. But anyway, so they had an I rating cap of 2,000 on this league. If you had an I rating over 2,000, they didn't want you to come in. I think that they were concerned about the guys being too fast or whatever. And I had a conversation with them, and I'm like, come on, you're kidding me, right? You guys are clearly over 2,000, would be over 2,000 I-rated drivers if you ran officials, but none of them run officials because they don't like getting wrecked, which is –
I know the feeling.
Yeah, no, that's understandable for sure. So they are going to bump it up to 3,000, and I think they're even going to have a conversation about potentially going up to 3,500 to allow more guys come in, because the reality is those higher I-rated drivers are the kind of guys they're really looking for. You know, they're going to be the less drama guys. They're not going to be the guys that wreck people. You know what I mean? And this league is picky. They're not just going to take anyone. You got to fit. You know, you got to be a fit with these guys. You got to come in and you got to be able to, you got to get along with them. No drama. You certainly don't want to wreck anybody after the race is over. That's a little inside joke for those of you that know. But anyway, yeah. So that's so they are up in that. So if you are watching this and you are interested and you are under or around a 3,000 I rating, get with these guys. They're fixing to run a bunch of recruitment races over the next 3 weeks. Get in here. You're not going to find a better league than these guys. Good guys. And you'll maybe get a race named after you.
Who knows at this point? I mean, and Jim, I've called races, for quite some time. I really have. I've called, to be honest with you, my very first broadcast, some of you may know this, some of you may not know this, but my very first time of calling our racing broadcasts, I believe it was back in 2022. Was the very first time it was. I know it was before 2023, but the first time was in 2022, I believe it was. It was right after me and my wife
back then.
well, not bad. Well, yeah, I mean, I was about 30, give or take. but anyway, the very first broadcast that I done was for a guy named Jeff McConey with McConey Entertainment. Some of y'all might know, or some of y'all might know Jeff and McConey Entertainment and everything. But he had a thing out on Twitter, or it was Twitter then, now it's X, but about wanting to get guys to come in and broadcast if you had any broadcasting experience. Jim, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I had none. And there's a point behind the sponsorship of what I'm getting at. So just bear with me here for a second, folks. I had none. I had absolutely none. So I basically lied my ass off to try to get in there and try to do it because it paid and I needed the money. Me and my wife, we just got married. We just moved in together and we were trying to get a life started, and any little bit could help. And I loved racing and loved talking about it. Well, you fast forward 4 years later and just the races and everything else that I've been a part of. Here's my point I'm trying to make to Jim. It took me a minute to get there, but I don't think I've ever called a race where Bud Light and barbecue was the damn sponsor of the race. This is a straight up first for me. This is about as redneck as you can get right here. I mean, you just can't get much better than that.
Right. Well, we'll maybe next season we'll do Jim Beam and Gumbo.
That'll work.
Making a coon-ass broadcast or something. Who knows?
Jack Daniels and Oreos.
Yeah, that's now. Ooh.
It depends on how much Jack Daniels you've been drinking as to how many Oreos you want.
The more you drink, there's no doubt.
It doesn't make it what you
know what? I like this camera angle right here. Look at this camera shot.
Changing the subject.
No, it just, me, I'm like, my ADD kicks in. I'm like, squirrel. You know how I am, But that being said, our camera pack we got tonight does have this cool finish line camera, which I can't show you right now because we don't have anybody on track because they've all finished their qualifying runs and we still have a minute to go. But Rusty Robbins on the pole, man. That first time this year. And I just want to say again that, he'll be watching this since he qualified on the pole that I feel like that you and I – should probably get a weekend at the the hell's the name of his place? I got so sidetracked.
Are you serious?
Yeah, what's the name of his place? I forgot. Help me out here.
You want to go there and you can't remember the damn place? Are you serious?
I'm old and my brain is dead, man.
Buckhannon Resort?
Yes, the Buckhannon Resort. This is my third broadcast of the day. It's been quite a hell of a day, and I basically quit the league that I just broadcasted the last race for. But that's another story for another day. Anyway, so yes, I think that we should get a weekend at the Buckhannon Resort, and that we would that way we could really promote the business for him because we would know. And you and I could sit back, drink some beers, do some fishing, right there in the beautiful state of Tennessee. And maybe we could put it around a race weekend or something and go to Bristol or something and do something fun. But anyway, I think we're about to go get us a grid going here. So let me see if I can hop in the pace car. I don't know if anybody's on track yet. There they are. Look at there. All right. You ready? Let's kick this thing off.
Yeah. I mean, and, Rusty, God help him if he goes back and watches this. We'll see how that ends up working out.
I know. I screwed up. I couldn't remember the damn name. But I'm old though, man. My brain, it doesn't work like it
give you that. Well, hell, I mean, my brain don't work that good neither, and I'm 34 years old. But
plus, I just signed up again. My wife and I Mardi Gras, and we just joined a new Mardi Gras crew this year. And we will be Mardi Gras our ass off here in the next, I think in 2 weeks, the ball happens. So that's another story. But here's your grid. Yeah, let me start it over.
We're ready to rock and roll.
Start it over for you because I probably jumped out there too fast for you. Here you go.
Oh, here we go. Season finale. Rusty Robinson, Scott Cassidy up on the pole. Point leader coming in tonight, looking pretty damn good. Odds are, unless he screws it up, he will end up being the champion. Alan Marr, Andrew Lohmeyer, making up row number 2, P3 and P4. Then you got Benny Jones, James Borden. Got the Sting truck right there with a 69, a hell of a number, making up row number 3. Row 4, Ronald Robertson and BJ Lane the third, making up row number 4, P7 and P8 respectively. Bobby Lane Jr. back here and starting in 9th on the inside of row 5, and Nicholas Mader rounding out the top 10. There's Corin Prost, 95, Lightning McQueen, AK, and Dan Cullison to his outside in row number 6. Bud Light Mike, thank you very much for the sponsorship. 13th, Steve Harrison will be 14th. Pace Truck is pulling off. William Martin, Rod Perone. That's the field, folks. Get ready for the season finale of the Heartland Motorsports Truck Series. We don't have a clue if we're going to get a caution or not, so go ahead and crank it up for us here tonight on the Sunday night for the season finale. Gotta love the speed of the Heartland Motorsports Truck Series. Kansas Speedway getting her done, or get her done rather. Robinson Cassidy up here on the front. That's exactly where they started at. They're going to race it out for the lead with Benny Jones, Ronald Robertson, Andrew Lohmeyer being the top 5. Couple of guys moving, couple of them not moving. But for the most part, the front row is good. Now, Benny Jones, where the hell did he come from? He's going to second, trying to get around Cassidy.
Up 3 spots already, man. He ain't playing tonight. Benny going to get up there and put a show on tonight.
Well, Jim, he's got to be careful about that right there, because obviously with Kansas Speedway at a mile and a half, this place is a very, very good track. We're going to see a lot of multi-groove racing. You're already seeing some guys down on the bottom. You got AK back there on the bottom, and others rocking it up into the middle lane and on the high side Tickler line, which is the high side if you didn't figure it out. But just so many lines here at Kansas. Jim, we were talking about this. This is honestly one of the tracks that if it's not Homestead, this is the one that you want to have the season finale at.
Yeah, no, it's a good track. I mean, it's a great track because you can move around. It's, there's a handful of these kind of tracks that are on the NASCAR schedule are out there. And this is one of them, man. You can literally run below the white line here. You can run all the way up next to the wall. It's going to eat these tires up, which makes for better racing, which would be my first thing I would say about Benny Jones up there is, oh, no! Lohmeyer into the wall.
Damn, we got a caution right here at the start of this thing. Andrew Lohmeyer, Benny Jones. Jones took a run on the outside. Lohmeyer didn't think it was going to happen. It ended up happening. He got right rear hooked straight up into the wall. Yeah, caution is out. Benny Jones, Andrew Lohmeyer.
Let's see what happened here. I got a feeling that I'm not going to say anything until I look at it. Let me see. Where's the chopper? Let's get a look at this from the chopper.
I'll take your word for it. Let's see what we got right here. Jones up top, Lohmeyer there. Oh, Lohmeyer just comes up.
Yeah, that's all. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say this is all. I thought it was all on Lohmeyer. I think he just thought he was clear as his spotter. If he's using crew chief, his spotter lied to him. You need to go get digital race engineer, by the way. It won't do that to you, but that's another story for another time. Yeah, man, that was, that's just one of those incidents. He thought he was clear, obviously, and he wasn't. Let's take a look at it maybe from he even gets out. He's trying to get out of the way, but yeah, that's just one of those incidents. You don't see that here much in this league, I have to say. Well, they're not wasting any time coming down pit road, are they?
No, I mean, absolutely. I mean, they're not. And, perfect, shot for them to go ahead and make it happen. Fuel window is going to be about 35 laps, give or take. We didn't really talk a whole lot, about what we're looking at.
No, we were telling a story.
So, yeah, well, yeah, but we're talking about a good story. Obviously a very, very good story of, how long this race is going to be, about 100 laps, from, what it is, obviously, with 100 laps. I would say, from what we've always seen, Jim, I think, at this point, these guys, they get the opportunity, come down, get you 4 freshies, maybe like Bud Light Mike stay out, get him a lap lead right here. BJ Lane the third going to stay out as well. But come down, get you 4 freshies, fill it back up. If this thing would have went green, I would have said probably right down the middle, split it at lap 50, go in, get you 4 freshies, fill it up, and then carry on.
Well, that would have been a big problem considering the fuel runs out at 35. That'd been really hard to go 50 there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Jim, I tell you what, we may not have another caution because we know how this league is. We've seen it throughout the season. So let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Bud Light Mike, BJ Lane, going to lead them to the restart. We're back after this.
Hold on, I'm in the wrong. I can't. Oh my gosh, hold on.
Where you at?
Well, I'm lost. Don't mind me at all. I was in the.
We're all lost.
I had the wrong buttons. Now we can go to caution. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Aaron Lane from Bass Tire.
Hi, I'm Steve Bass. We're here at the legendary Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Good tires and brakes are important on this race car, and so are the tires and brakes on your vehicle.
For the very best in tires, brakes, and auto service, come make a pit stop at Bass Tire.
Serving Nashville for over 35 years.
On Nolensville Road, next to the zoo.
Back at it here at Kansas. Green flag, baby. Bud Light, Mike, BJ Lane the third, leading them for a restart. Rusty Robinson, Ronald Robertson, side by side. Remember, Bud Light, Mike, and BJ Lane the third. They did not take a chance to jump down pit road here at lap 10. Coming around this time, be lap 11, 90 to go here tonight at Kansas for the season finale.
So what does that mean, that they didn't come down? You know what that means? That means if we get a couple of cautions in this thing, they might have an extra set of tires at the end.
Damn good possibility. And funny thing about this, check this out. Bud Light Mike, BJ Lane the third, up here in this position. Pretty good spot, honestly, if you think about it, honestly, Jim, because nobody is really taking. Well, now Rusty's going to dive down to the inside, try to go out to BJ Lane the third for the second spot. Be careful, don't come up, don't hook yourself like Lohmeyer did. But for the most part, BJ and Bud Light Mike, both of them are holding their own up here at the front.
Oh, yeah.
With those guys back there on the tires. Some took tires, some maybe took two tires. There's a couple of them. Rusty might have just took gas. I think Cassidy might have took gas. Some of them took two tires. A couple of them did. You see it right there on what you're looking at. Two tires. Some took four. Some took gas. But still, Bud Light Mike able to hold on up here, and also BJ Lane the third.
Yeah, I think a lot of them probably did not burn tires there. I think that was just a top off the tank just in case, maybe they can get to that lap 50 mark or something, and split the race if they can. By the way, the 35 laps that I quoted, I think, was actually from last week's race. I don't know if we got an update this week. And I can't really read that well, so who knows. Yes, that was from Auto Club Speedway. So we did not get an update this week. So I don't know how long the fuel run is. So that was my bad, folks.
I mean, Jim, I've raced obviously plenty of times here in Kansas, but it's been quite a while since I've been in these trucks. And, I know for a fact you can get to that lap 50 mark. You can get to it. Some may take a different approach. Some may try to split it in thirds or what have you. But that caution coming out and a bunch of them jumping down and getting some gas, getting that extra 10 laps of fuel right there, Jim, could pay big dividends on how all this is going to end up working out as far as the fuel, or as far as fuel strategy, tire management, all that stuff. Because this place, you can get around this place in a truck for a little bit. You can hold it wide open. But after a while, those tires is going to start to wear off, and then you're going to be all over the place.
Yeah, this is one of those tracks that it's going to eat the tires up, and then that makes you start working the throttle and trying to find the line that works for you, which, again, we love. That's the kind of racing that we like. But old Bud Light Mike, man, he's doing the sponsorship proud tonight. He stayed out there, and he was running out there in that clean air on the nose of that truck, and he's got it turning. And he's putting down some laps right now. This is nice to see.
You hear the roar of the HRT2Heart Motorsports Truck Series here tonight for the Bud Light Barbecue 150 on MotorMouth Broadcasting season finale. A sponsorship that you will not forget. And nothing against any of the other sponsors that we've had here with the HRT2Heart Motorsports Truck Series. Nothing against any of them. But beer and barbecue for a redneck. And I'm sure there's a lot of rednecks here in the series. I'm sure they will not forget this one either. Not by a long shot. Rusty Robinson sliding back a little bit. He's got Lohmeyer. He just got through getting his truck fixed. And looks like he might have burnt that fast repair. Remember, Jim, these guys, they do get one fast repair to their advantage. So Lohmeyer might have already burnt that fast repair because of how hard he hit the wall.
Yeah.
I would say as fast as he's rolling, he had to have at least burnt that fast repair.
Yeah, unless he got really, really lucky there. But I'm pretty sure he did fast repair it there because he literally was just in pits long enough to take tires. So, yeah, I don't think he clearly didn't do any repair work to it. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Now, on the other hand, why was Mater in the pits for so long? Did he get involved in that somewhere and we didn't see it? Because he spent almost a minute on pit road there in his pit box. That's a long time. So he must have had some kind of damage from something.
Either that or he had to go take a leak.
Yeah,
Jim,
that can happen.
to be honest with you. I mean, that's possible because,
I've done
these guys, yeah. Well, I mean, these guys, they don't have race suits on now. If you've got a race suit on and you're doing all racing, you got some. Don't do it. No, I'm serious.
Don't
there is some
do it.
commitment.
I ain't got that kind of commitment, I can tell you that. Now, maybe in that $1,700 race, I'd have peed all over myself for $1,700. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay? We can break out. We can get a carpet shampoo or something. That'd be like my old dog.
You couldn't drink while you was doing it. You couldn't drink, not one bit out of that.
No, that was, but for $1,700, that's a whole different level of racing, man. I tell you what, I can't even imagine the pressure of leading a race with people climbing all over the back of you for $1,700.
I mean, that's absolutely crazy. Yeah, I mean, in second place, I think was about 1,000, so that was a pretty big deal out of that one. So, real quick, Jim, anybody that wants to try to get in it and try to get into some of those races, hit me up and I will shoot you the right direction if you want to try to be a part of some of that racing that I was on the call for all week long last week. So if you want to be a part of it, holler at me, shoot me a message. We'll try to get you in on that. And, we'll get you lined up. It's some good stuff. I ain't going to lie. It was a hell of a week. It was a long one, but it was a hell of a week. And I'll tell you this. We may have a hell of a battle going on for the lead. Bud Light Mike has led a good majority right here at the start. And BJ Lane III has had enough of this. He wants to get up here, try to make it up here for the lead. Going to take it up on the outside. Bud Light Mike right there on the bottom side in tow. Trying to make it happen. BJ Lane III, he's going to get the run on the outside. They're doing it going middle way down the back.
Yeah, that's a good battle here. Of course, all that's going to do is bring another one?
William Martin in the two.
Oh, and Ryan Perone is involved too, I think. Let's see.
I believe so, yes.
Uh-oh. Hey, this doesn't happen. I'm shocked. Oh,
you got loose. Damn.
Wow.
And Martin was innocent bystander, got tagged in the back end afterwards, but somebody got into the 50 of Ryan Perone. Not sure who it was.
Let's see if we can figure out who that was.
Maybe take another look at it.
It's a 12.
Oh, it was Collison. Oh, wow.
All right, so one more time here. We're going to jump down. Where's Collison? We're going to do this, and then we're going to do this.
He gets loose. Check him out right here. Get a dirt tracking a little bit right here. Perone, he was in good shape. Yeah, you see the wheel already coming to the right.
Yep.
He was just trying to straighten it up, the back end coming around. Cullison just tried to hold on to it and unfortunately gets loose. Perone was there, ends up spinning him around, and then Martin, innocent bystander, trying to get through it. He might have got tagged in the back end as well and got sent up to the outside retaining wall as well, yes.
Yeah, I didn't see that part of it. Let's just see that. Let's see what happens to him.
Either that or he got loose on that apron because that apron is very slick. They see him right here. Everybody drives down.
Oh, no, he got run over from behind there.
Damn. Was that Nicholas Mater?
No, I don't think so, was it? No, it wasn't Mater. It was that silver truck up there, Borden, maybe, huh?
Borden.
Yeah, it was Borden.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I love all these guys, but Borden didn't get that woed up enough at all, did he?
Come in there like a clothesline, like Sting would.
He did.
Splash on him, son.
He
Bam.
did put a splash on him. Look. That's a good-looking truck, too. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he just didn't get it woed up enough. I mean, that's unfortunate. Hopefully it doesn't make Martin burn his fast repair, We'll go back here live.
Yeah, unfortunate for that. Hopefully it didn't end up having Ryan Perone have to burn his faster pair. Everybody looking like they're coming down right here. And this time, Jim, I think they did take tires. A bunch of them in the 14, 15-second brackets right here. A lot of them coming down and getting them 4 freshies. Yeah. Moore, I think he took gas. Lohmeyer might have took tires, might have took 2 tires. Actually, Moore might have took 2 tires as well, but for the majority, took 4 tires right there.
So it looked like William Martin did not burn his faster pair, I don't think. He looks like he got some work done and did not burn his faster pair. So, we'll see. I mean, his damage may not have been too severe.
Oh, baby, caution out. 2 of them pretty early right here before the halfway point. This is kind of a shocker.
I can't even believe it.
Honestly.
Let's see the pace truck here. His lights are off already, so. I was going to say.
Are they off?
Yeah, I think they are, huh?
No, I think they're on.
No. Are they? No, they're off.
Oh, they're off. Okay. Well, we're doubling up. I was thinking about going to commercial there for a second, Jim. I was like you on that.
I watched too many replays, but that's okay.
I mean, that's fine, but obviously, some of the great sponsors throughout this year, and we'll mention them in the post race, but some of these sponsors that have been with us all season long, like Chasing Muscle Cars, C&L Carpets, Allen Tillery, GMC and Chevrolet, obviously Buchanan Resort. What's up? Bass Tire, and obviously TW Perry for everything that they do. And can't forget about Bud Light and Barbecue. Damn right, baby. And also Digital Race Engineer, all the great sponsors going on here with the Heart-to-Heart Motorsports Truck Series. Back for a restart, 74 to go when they hit the line. And it's Lohmeyer. It's lane the 3rd. Bud Light Mike still up there with Ronald Robertson, with Bobby Joe making it the top 5 through 1 and 2. Lohmeyer got a nose out ahead.
I can't lie. I would like to see either one of these 2 or 3 up front, including Bud Light Mike, Rusty, actually any one of the 4 up front. I'd like to see win a race tonight just to get a win this season. And, with Bud Light Mike or BJ or Lohmeyer, I'd really like to see a different winner tonight just for the excitement of it, But speaking of that, let's, as we can, maybe we'll crank it up next caution if there is another one. But, once they settle out here a little bit, I'm going to give them a minute here real quick. And, look, Amet's in the chat. She's one of our producers, and she does all our great track maps for our road courses and stuff. She is so amazingly talented. She literally stayed up all night to get the track map for the Daytona road course for this morning's broadcast that I had to have by 6 a.m. Stayed up all night making it for me. She's amazing.
GG's to Omet and GG it out there in the live chat. So thank you very much to her for everything that she does. For Jim, for MotorMouth Broadcasting, for all the good stuff going on.
I'm going to be honest with you. She's also responsible for the color change on our ticker up top up there. That was her that solved the stuff to get that done. She is, which we have not unveiled it yet in this series because we've been using the other. She came up with our new grid that we've got, not the one that I'm currently using here, but I've got another one we're going to switch to next season. Kind of change up the look of it, makes it look more like a professional broadcast, like a TV broadcast. She did that. Super talented, man. I lucky to find her. She's a college student from over in Europe. Very sharp young lady. Yeah, amazing. So I'm super. This race just has a different feel to me tonight. I guess it's because it's the final race of the year and we're kind of having a little fun and stuff. But I'm kind of pulling for somebody new to win a race tonight. I don't know. I just feel like I kind of almost feel like that's going to happen. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, I really do as well. You always pull for the underdogs. Everybody's got a little bit of love for the underdogs. that doesn't get a whole lot of TV time, that don't, I mean, it's common nature to have a little bit of love for some of these guys that doesn't get up front much, doesn't get their name called and everything else. And we're seeing it, like you said. I mean, Bud Light Mike up here, you got Dan Cullison up here in this mix as well. BJ Lane III, Mr. Consistency here in the series, up here inside the top 5. But I'm going to tell you what, I think Bud Light Mike, I think he might have just went sober for one night right here just to see what he could try to pull out and pull out of his tail. And he is up here mixing it up with Ronald Robertson up here at the front and looking damn good, might I add. Up 11 spots from where he qualified. He's up here trying to mix it up.
He really is looking strong tonight. Like no bull. We play around and all, but I mean, he came up here with a no tire. He didn't pit strategy. Then he did. He pitted with everybody else. Now he's still up front. His truck's holding strong. He's up there. He's got it turning right on the bottom. I mean, really, this is probably the strongest that he's looked all season right here. I mean, I know he got that podium, but that was in a super speedway race in Talladega, a little different scenario. Not going to say it was luck, but it's easier to accomplish that at a place like Talladega. But to get your truck rolling around the bottom at a track like this, that's saying that you got a grasp on the handle on your vehicle right now, and he does.
He's got a hell of a handle on that bad boy. Better watch his back door, though. Bobby Joe coming in tonight, second to points, right up on that tailgate. A little bit faster than old Bud Light Mike, but Mike not wanting to give it up. He's holding on to that second spot for all it is worth. 36 down here tonight for the 150 of Bud Light and Barbecue 150 for the season finale of season 10 of the HRT2Heart Motorsports Truck Series. Mike trying to throw down, put a little dirty air, maybe try to get Bobby Joe to push up, and he did. And it ended up working out for him. That's how you do it.
That is a legit strategy, especially with this new aero package that they came out with at the start of this season, which is, I guess, 4 or 5 weeks ago now. Yeah, I mean, we've heard it over and over again, and these guys practice, man. So they really have a handle on it, and clearly you can put some dirty air on somebody's nose and make it really hard for them to get around you. So that is a straight up legitimate strategy. The beautiful part about a track like this is you do have different lanes that you can run, and so you can potentially drive around somebody without having to just follow them around the track, You know what? Let's talk about Steve Harrison.
Yeah, he's out there in the live chat. He put out there party up in here.
Yeah, is that him?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
was it? Okay,
I think so. Unless there's another Steve Harrison out there. Oh. And he's partying right here, going around cornrows.
Well, I mean, we haven't talked about him this season. Has he even raced this season? To be honest with you, if he has, I mean, my memory ain't good. Clearly, Buchanan Resort, by the way, I still remember that. But anyway, you got a good-looking truck out there with some chrome red wheels on it, and just looking strong. I noticed him in practice, and it's good to see some new drivers out here, and I really honestly don't know if he's been here this season or not. If he has, he hasn't stood out to me like he did tonight. So I figured I'd point him out, and as you see Corn Prost there trying to drive it underneath him. To be honest, what happened with Corn Prost during qualifying? Something must have happened, or he didn't, because he was way in the back, and that's not normally his style. I mean, he's usually quicker than that.
Yeah, that's kind of iffy about Austin Corn Prost. Not used to seeing him having to start at the back of the field. Bobby Joe actually started back there a little bit ways back, too. He's up 6 spots from where he qualified. Oh, baby, here we go. Ronald Robertson, Bud Light Mike, Bobby Joe found a hole, got to dive down to the inside. Yep. And he is going to try to make the pass work. BJ Lane, the third there, smack dab in the middle of it with Scott Cassidy there as well. Bobby Joe trying to get muscle some spots up under that 47. But Mike, like I said earlier, not wanting to give it up. And Robert Robertson might want a bit of a
Mike's going around. Oh, he saved it.
Got into it, but hell of
That
a
boy
save
ain't drinking.
by Bud Light Mike.
He ain't drinking.
No, he ain't drinking.
No. Look at him reflexes. That man's, I mean, I don't want to give nobody's age away, but let's just say this. He's a little older than I am. And look at them reflexes. Now, unfortunately, that killed him as far as track position goes. He's in a bad spot as far as that goes, but that was a hell of a save right there. We're going to jump back up front and see what's going on. But you know what we fixing to do here, don't you? Let me go find that. Oh, yeah, we're going to look at that again. Here we go.
Yeah, we got to check this out.
Yeah,
right
here it is right
quick.
here. All right, let's see it again.
What a save by Bud Light Mike right here. This is going to be, I would say, one of the biggest saves, one of the best saves of the season. There's been a hell of a lot of saves.
Oh, yeah, there has been,
here
actually.
this season. But check this out, BJ.
Well,
go ahead, Jim.
No, I was going to say he's wiggling up there a little bit, but then I think it was as BJ come up off this apron, I think he – no, I might have jumped back a little too far. Here it comes. Look at this save, would you? Kept it out of the wall. That was nice. That was nice. Yeah. No harm, no foul. It did mess his track position up a little bit, though. That's unfortunate. Probably heated his tires up a bit, but, you know. Now he can, well, he's probably earned a cold one now. He can probably pop one now.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, he got him some good TV time, got Bud Light a good sponsorship, a good kick out of that one. And, yeah, absolutely, he may be trying to reach over into the cooler to try to grab him one right here. Well, Bobby Joe trying to mix it up with Dan Collison up here at the front. They are not letting Ronald Robertson get away, not by a long shot. Scott Cassidy not too far behind him, got the fastest lap of the race at a 30.675. And very good lap right there for Cassidy as he's trying to mix it up inside the top 5.
Yeah, there he is, fastest lap of the race. Rusty Robbins got a quick one up there as well. Really all of them. They're all right there within a couple of hundredths of a second. Fastest laps of the race. That's impressive. Let's see who our fastest 5 on the last lap was.
Lohmeyer.
Yeah, not surprising.
He's
been
Bud Light
fast,
Mike
I know.
consistently.
Yeah, he is.
Well, he was.
Well,
but.
yeah. That save didn't help his laps. But fastest 5 from the past 5 laps. Look, Alan Marr. He may be.
Marr's 2 laps down right now. He might have went in and went down pit road. Actually, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Showing right here, the last time that he pitted was very, very recently, Jim, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You're looking at it, yeah. So, I mean, well, it wasn't that
him?
recent, but I'm not sure.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't know.
Either that or he's got some hellacious draft. I'm not sure exactly what happened to Alan Marr on that one.
I'm not
that
either.
one's kind of a shocker.
I'm going to try to figure this out. I'll keep it up here towards the leaders right now. I'm going to do a little research here real quick. Bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Right here at the halfway point. Here tonight for the Bud Light and Barbecue 150. Real quick, if you haven't yet, make sure you like and subscribe to MotorMouth Broadcasting, Redneck Announcer Productions. And also, folks, these guys getting ready for their off season. You can get yourself into the recruitment races. They got some recruitment races going on. If you want to know more about that, obviously get with BJ Lane III. Get with them over at HRT2Heart Motorsports Truck Series. They got a Facebook page. I just went and checked it out. Just joined a part of the group. I don't know why the hell I ain't been a part of it the whole time. But anyway, go give them some love. Go get with BJ. Go get with the admins. Let them know that you want to be in some of these recruitment races. You want to try out to be a part of HRT2Heart Motorsports and get into the truck series. Got a couple of weeks off for their off season, and then they're back at it for the season opener. I saw the schedule. I believe they're going to Old Atlanta. That will be the very first race.
Yes.
Not sure the date on that one, though. Jim, you got anything on that?
February the 8th, I believe. Is that if that's a Sunday? I think it's February the 8th. I might be wrong on that, but if that's a Sunday, I think that's the right date. Look,
February the 8th. Yes, sir.
These three here, would you? Well, you could see Bobby. You could see Bobby Joe, man. He got right behind Castanave, and then all of a sudden, man, you could just see the front end of his truck wash up right there.
Yeah, he's just doing all he can to try to hold on to it anyway.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go download the new schedule, and we can show it later. I saw it up there. I didn't even think about doing that. It's I don't know who made the schedule. I'm guessing Castanave did. I tell you what, man, he sends me all these paint schemes that he does and stuff. Man, that dude is getting seriously good at paint schemes. Man, you ought to see this one he sent this week. Oh, my goodness. Like this, sci-fi looking thing with these, I don't know what it is, like robot looking people or something. I'm sure it's related to some movie or something, but it was awesome looking.
If I raced Jim, then I would probably hook him up, because I have seen some of his work. And check him out. He's working right now. Down to the inside, you see it right there. Just slid right by Ronald Robertson. Goes up to the front. His teammate Bobby Joe trying to follow suit and try to make it a 1-2 for him. And Jim, we talked about the points. We talked about these points. We talked about them over and over again. We talked about how it pretty much was last week of how everything went down. And, odds are, Michigan last week and just how it all went down, Auto Club. Odds are Scott Cassada's got this sucker in the bag.
Yes.
Yeah. There
at
ain't no other way around.
At this point, I'm pretty sure he does because he's led a lap and he's, and plus, I'm pretty sure it's over with if we actually could math that well.
Well, hell, he won the race last week, and Bobby Joe was behind him, and Bobby Joe needed to gain ground on him last week.
Right.
Was not able to do it. He needed, Bobby Joe needed a little bit of help last week. He didn't get it. He needed a hell of a lot of help this week, and odds are he's not going to be able to get it with 16 drivers. He needed a whole lot more guys in the field, and he needed Scott Cassidy to blow a tire to start and pretty much screw himself, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So odds are, we'll pretty much call it Scott Cassidy is season 10 champion, but he ain't worried about that, Jim. We've seen this time and time again out of this 0-3 of Scott Cassidy. He doesn't care. He just wants to get out here. He wants to race. He wants to have a good time, and he wants to win. Hell, anybody would.
No, but he's been smart about the whole thing, man. And that's the thing. All these guys, Bobby Joe, there's so many of them in this league that race, especially them two, though. They don't have a problem going backwards at the start of a run, to save their stuff. They don't drive with their egos. You know what I mean? I was horrible about that. I was always too aggressive, and I would burn my tires off and stuff like that. And man, look how many times we've seen Casanave just play it cool, and then at the end of a run, man, here he comes, and he is just the fastest truck on the track. Same thing with Bobby Joe. They race smart, man. They really do.
They very much do, and that's something you don't see a whole lot of, Jim. If I'm being honest, you don't see a whole lot of drivers do the kind of things that Cassidy and Bobby Joe are doing here with the HRT2Heart Motorsports Truck Series. Just let the race come to them. Let the race play out. That is an old school mentality. That is an old school feeling, and something that really needs to be done in racing nowadays. Speaking of which, we were going to talk about this. I had a feeling, you probably didn't, but I had a feeling I saw it earlier this weekend, sometime this weekend, and I'm going to go off track here for just a second. NASCAR coming out tomorrow. I don't know if you saw this or not. Some of you fans out there in the live chat, let us know your opinions on this. But NASCAR is coming out tomorrow, and letting everybody know how the 2026 point system is going to go.
Yeah.
All right, so they're supposed to have a little stream. Everybody's speculating. Everybody out there in the chat, let us know what you're thinking, what you're hoping for. Jim, what do you think they're going to say?
To be honest with you, I don't know. They're constantly trying to tweak that to get it. They're trying to keep the fans engaged, and unfortunately, I think, just like stages. I go back to, if you remember what Carl Edwards said when they first introduced stages and stuff, and Edwards was like, "So wait a minute, is it a race to the stage, or is it a race to the end of the race?" And that's kind of the way these points things have gone. So it's a race to get in, and then in one bad race, Denny Hamlin dominated last year, and with just a couple of laps to go, he loses the championship because somebody blows a tire. It was just, or whatever. I don't remember exactly what happened, but he lost it right there at the end, and he should have clearly been the champion last year. No doubt about it. I don't know. There's a part of me, I'm old school, man. There's a part of me that just wishes they go back to the old way of doing it. Race for the whole season and you got a champion. But I get why they don't want to do that, but I don't know, man. I think the more gimmicks that you throw at it, the more it kind of cheapens the product, if you're asking me.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jim. It's racing, and my opinion,
you're not rewarded.
I feel like
you're not rewarded for a season's worth of hard work. These guys give up 35 weeks of their life every year. They're gone from, and not to mention all the commitments that they have when they're not at the racetrack, and you don't get rewarded for that. You don't get rewarded for the consistency. You get rewarded for the
absolutely.
Bobby Joe's about to give Scott Castanev a reward right here. Look.
Yeah, give him a little reward and try to take it up to the front. Robertson tried to get back up here to the lead with coming this time 36 laps to go when they hit the line. My take on it is, I think they need to either have a full season points or take it back to how it was in 2004 when you had 10 guys, get 10 drivers, not 16, not 20 of them. You got to do the playoffs, do 10 of them, and run it straight for 10 races. 10 drivers, 10 races, and just go with it and just let the points fall where they may if you want to have a playoff system. And,
the elimination thing is, I don't know. That's just, it's
stupid. In my opinion. And, everything's happened, throughout the offseason. I haven't talked a whole lot about it. Well, I did on my podcast, Roll Bang and Download on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I talked about it, and, Steve Phelps resigning, which, I'll go ahead and put this out there. We got beef. His ass should have already been gone a long time ago, but that's just my opinion on that one. There's been a lot of shakeups, and I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot more shakeups in the sport, but that's just my take on it. Everybody out there, like I said, live chat, let us know what you think. Let us know if you even care about it, because
that's right,
Jim. Because I've said this before. More people is getting to where they're not really caring about NASCAR.
You want to know the honest to God truth?
Stuff. Everybody's more about this kind of stuff.
I don't watch this much anymore. I don't watch NASCAR that much. It's not my.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't. That to be honest with you, I don't. I'm not a huge fan of where the sport is right now. I don't get me wrong. There's some really incredibly talented drivers out there. Some of you could argue some of the best that's ever been in the sport. There's some really, really talented guys out there, but I just think that NASCAR has gotten away from what NASCAR was always supposed to be. It's just not NASCAR anymore. They're trying to turn it into, football, I guess. I don't know. Something else. It's NASCAR. Everything doesn't have to have this elimination playoffs, But that's just my opinion. Like I said, I'm old school, man. Just give me 35 races and a champion at the end. And I don't care that Matt Kenseth won a championship without winning a race. He did it.
Oh, what's this? There we go.
Here we go.
I was thinking old school. Damn, Cassidy and all of them. Him and Robertson almost blew right by the pits. That could have been detrimental to them trying to win the race. And you were talking about give me old school. That is how the Heart to Heart Motorsports Truck Series has done it for 12 straight weeks. Yes. Old school to the points, no playoffs, no stages. That's how they roll. This is old school racing with these old buddies, and they are coming down for what will be the money stop unless the caution comes out with like 10 or so laps to go. Last time these guys pitted was around 24-25, so it was inevitable when they was going to end up making a pit stop. I think they stretched it just as long as they could.
Holy cow.
Cassidy might have got busted.
He did. No, Cullison's got a black flag, though. I think Cassidy might have been, let's see, how long was that stop? 22 seconds.
It's a long stop.
That is a long stop. I mean, clearly, to be honest with you, I didn't see him go up on jacks. I'm sure he took 4 tires, but, 22 seconds. I don't know. That's, what the heck happened there, man? That's a long stop under green flag conditions.
Very, very long stop. Maybe, I don't know.
No, he gave up a lot of time on track there. Holy cow, man. He's going to need a caution now. I mean, he don't have to win this race, I mean, he's champion either way at this point, so he doesn't necessarily need to win the race or anything. So, but he's way back now. We'll see how it all settles out. Yeah, huge. I mean, huge.
Yeah, if you're going all the way to Bobby Joe, that is a huge, huge gap. Mm-hmm. And here you see that was the battle for second. Now you see the leader, which is Bobby Joe, about a second now over Rusty Robinson and Ronald Robertson back here in that second spot. Corn Pro's now trying to go for third, the 95 up there. I know why you're laughing. Go ahead. But, yeah, I mean, Robertson and Robinson, double R's. Going for the P2 spot, and old AK trying to mix it up and trying to say, hey, I got to say in this, these guys, all 3 of them, throw a blanket over them, they're going for second.
Yeah, them two, man, I tell you what, they have run together all season long.
I think they done it to us on purpose, to be honest with you.
I think they're messing with you. Let's just run together here and mess up. You know what? Let's see, how far is Cassidy back? He's only 8.5 seconds back. To be honest with you, I thought he was going to be. Well, I know it's huge, but I thought it was going to be more than that. If I'm being honest with you, I really did.
Oh yeah.
You know what? The scary part is, man, that dude is so fast that it's entirely possible he could make that up. I ain't even. These guys get up here and battle, switch spots back and forth. Now, I got a feeling that Bobby Joe ain't playing though. He's going to try to stay out here in front and take this thing home in the lead up here in the front. He's fast. He knows how to save his stuff. I think when he's got the opportunity, he's going to take it easy on the stuff. Corn Prost is coming. No, that's not Corn Prost. That's Robertson. Yeah. Well, Robertson has shown that he can get to the front, but the question is, sometimes I think he overdrives his stuff, and and ultimately his tires may fade on him before Bobby Joe's does. That's certainly the history that we have seen.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, very much so. And Bobby Joe's got a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for here? He's driving with a little bit of pissed off here tonight, and the reason I say that is because Bobby Joe, obviously, he's happy to be a part of a great league. He's happy to be, teammates with Scott Cassidy and everything else. But in turn, you still want to have a shot at winning the championship. And more or less, when he came into the night and he saw Scott Cassidy gridding up, he knew pretty much all Scott had to do was start and park and and he would get it. So Bobby Joe wants to get the last word out of it.
Sure.
Damn it, Scott may win the championship, but I want to win the season finale. So Bobby Joe is driving for something here tonight, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
All of them is, they're driving for the win, but Bobby Joe's got a little bit extra right here, at least in my opinion. Granted, like I said, they're buddies. Everybody's good buddies. Everybody's good friends and everything, but at the end of the day, you want to be the best and you want to win. And, he knows that the championship's completely out of reach. He can still win this race, and I think that is going to be what Bobby Joe's going to do. He's going to do everything he can to win it.
Oh, God, that was close right there. That was so close right there.
Man, it took away from him right there, Jim.
That was freaking close, man. I mean, I think the side draft there kind of sucked them together, made it worse than it looked. Oh, no, they touched right there. Oh, he put Bobby Joe up into the wall there.
We may have to key it up one more time
maybe.
For season 10. We got beef. Very good possibility. We may have beef right there between Robertson and Bobby Joe.
Let's see. Let's see that happen here. Let's see.
I do too. I want to see it.
I want to do. Let's see. What do I want to do? I want to do.
Everybody else wants to see it.
Yeah, no, I want to see this. Let me see something real quick here. This is. Okay. That'll work. Let's do that. All right.
Let's do it.
Except for that's the wrong person. I don't want that one. This is the one right here. No, I don't want that camera. I want that camera.
Let's see if there was contact right here. Robertson down on the bottom side. Did he just overdrive it? He just slide up, or did Bobby Joe come down? Well, Bobby Joe's coming down a little bit.
Yeah, no, he did. He came down. There was definitely contact, though.
Oh, hell yeah. But did Robertson come up more than Bobby Joe coming down? That would be the big ultimate question out of that.
I mean, we can look at it from the chopper view here and see, but I'm going to say that from that angle, it looked like that Bobby Joe came down.
One thing's for certain, Bobby Joe, when he gets back, let's check it out right here. Let's get a better angle of it and see what we got right here. Let's see what we have.
Bobby
Robertson on
Joe's
the bottom.
down,
Bobby Joe's there. He's still coming down.
Well,
no, Robertson might have let up a little bit.
He did. Bobby Joe came down quite a bit, but then that last of it, Robinson did slide up a little bit and get into it. I know, yeah, well, it rubs off. You and we've been hanging out too much together now. For long, I'll be dipping and talking like somebody from Georgia.
Kayak's good. It's cheaper. It's cheaper than Grizzly. I would tell you that much.
The last time I dipped was probably when I was in high school trying to play baseball and fit in.
But that's how it starts.
No, that is how it starts. But I didn't start then. I got dizzy from it and didn't do it.
Got a little lightheaded.
I did, yeah. Well, it was back in the 80s. I was doing other things to get lightheaded too. So that's another story, though, for another time.
I
grew up in a great time. Let me just say that the 80s were wonderful. There it is.
There you go.
Thank you, folks. I'll be here all week.
Yep. One of the best producers.
No.
Jeff Cunningham right here, ladies and gentlemen.
At all.
Our commentator producing here tonight. Been with you all season long. Red Nickel National Jake Reeves here with the HRT2Heart Motorsports Truck Series season finale. And honestly, Jim, you were talking about this at the start. Rusty Robinson, obviously with Buckhannon Resort, gave him some love. He started on the pole. He's in a good spot right here. He's behind Robinson.
Clearly got a fast truck tonight. I mean, qualified on the pole. He's been fast all night. So, the thing is, he came in like 4 races late, because he was on some extended vacation, which you and I would like to be on an extended vacation at the Buckhannon Resort in the beautiful state of Tennessee. But besides that, he came in late, and And so he got into the season late, so he was never in contention for any of the points or anything like that. But he's had some good runs, but not great. But, everybody always talked good about him, and he's shown flashes of speed. But tonight is probably the strongest that I've seen him this season. He qualified up front. He's been capable of running up front all night. And so, this is obviously his best chance. I would love to see him. I'd love to see him just get a podium and be able to come in and talk to us. That way I could hit him up in person.
I knew it. I knew it.
Well, you and I need a summer vacation.
I know where you're going with this, Jim.
Fishing,
I'm
hopefully.
working with you long enough. I got you figured out.
Fishing on one of them party barges out there at that beautiful Buchanan Resort in the lovely state of Tennessee.
I'm not going to sing good old Rocky Top. I will not do it.
I
will not do it. I can't do it.
Okay, yeah.
Good song, but I just can't do it for what it stands for.
So you know what? Now I'm going to tell you a story real
anyway.
quick as we watch this. As we watch the front guys up here in this race. Good battle going on here. We got 4 of them practically nose to tail here with 13 laps to go. I'm going to tell you a quick story though. So I used to have access to Sugar Bowl tickets on the regular from a friend of mine who ran the New Orleans Saints radio network. So he had a suite in the dome, and so for like the Sugar Bowls and stuff like that, he would give me tickets. And for the Alabama University of Miami Sugar Bowl, which was probably somewhere around 92, 93, something like that. Yep. I had suite tickets to that game, and I sat next to the great Jim Taylor from the Packers, who was an LSU graduate.
Wow.
Yes, and still to this day, the leading rushing fullback in NFL history. Has more rushing yards than any fullback in NFL history. And I sat next to Jim Taylor the entire game. His wife waited on us hand and foot, bringing us drinks and food all night long. I got to try on his Super Bowl #1 ring, and he called every play on that damn field before it happened the entire game. I mean, every play. And that was when Alabama beat the University of Miami for the national championship. That was back when they had that great defense with, was it Copeland and, I can't remember all those guys' names. It's been so long. But, yep, sat right there with Jim Taylor for the national championship when Miami won. And what made me think of that was the year before, the year after, Tennessee played in the Sugar Bowl, won for a national championship. But they played in the Sugar Bowl, and I was sitting there in there listening to 60,000 Tennessee fans, because they dominated the crowd, sing good old Rocky Top when Tennessee won the Sugar Bowl that year.
Hell.
I know. That's what made me think of it. But then I thought I would tell the Sugar Bowl story with 9 laps to go here, because I figured you would appreciate it since it was Alabama winning the national championship. And I think think that Curry was the coach. It was either Curry or
for Alabama?
Stallings. Yeah.
Stallings. Gene Stallings.
Yeah. Yep, I was at that game.
Well, funny thing about that, I just done a little bit of research on that. You were talking about the Super Bowl, 1.
Yeah.
That was the very first Super Bowl. Obviously, the Packers won that one.
Yes.
With Jim Taylor.
Yep.
This is funny. I just looked this up. A cost of a 30-second commercial in the first Super Bowl. You want to take a guess what it was?
$1,000, $1,500, $2,000.
It wasn't that damn cheap.
Oh,
it's close, but actually, it wasn't that close. $42,000.
Oh, well, I mean, that's still
that
cheap.
Was CBS and NBC's. Yeah. You go all the way to last year. Super Bowl when the Eagles beat the Chiefs for the 2025, $7 to $8 million. That's just 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That is stupid as hell.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion. That is six. 6 to go. So, we hit the line. Robinson up here at the front.
So if I'm not mistaken, that first Super Bowl, so what was stupid about that, though, let me go ahead and show you my ignorance real quick. So he had his Super Bowl ring on. Well, I know he played in Super Bowl 1 and 2, and they won both of them, right, before he then moved to the Saints to finish out his career because he was from Louisiana. So I see the ring on his finger, and, And I go, so which Super Bowl is that from? Because I knew he had 2 of them, right? And he goes, Super Bowl number 1. And I'm like, what a dumbass. If you had a Super Bowl ring and it was Super Bowl 1, wouldn't that be the one you were wearing? Like, I shouldn't even have asked that question, you know? So we missed Alan Marr having an incident here that did not bring out a caution. And I've been yakking my ass off, but, you know, I like to tell stories. Let's see what happened. Oh.
I think he just had enough of it. He just parked it.
That looks almost like some kind of equipment issue. But anyway, we'll get back to the live race, and I just wanted to see what happened to him there with 4 laps to go. Well, they're all running it down on the apron now, aren't they?
And I'm telling you, all 4 of them
They're right
have
there.
pulled away from Andrew Lohmeyer. Lohmeyer 3.5 seconds back from this battle for the lead. BJ Lane the 3rd, sitting 6th. Benny Jones 7th. Cassadave 8th, Ryan Perone is 9th, and Bud Light Mike rounding out the top 10 with the front 4. Robertson, Robinson, Bobby Lane Jr., and Austin Kornprost.
I'm going to tell you what.
That's the top 4 coming to 3 to go.
Ronald Robertson is going to be tough to pass here. We've seen him late in races when he was strong, and he's tough. He's tough to pass. I mean, they're all quick, but I don't see his tires falling off that much that fast that somebody's just going to go blitzing around him right now. He's going to have to make a mistake or something.
And every damn one of them's equal.
Yeah, they are equal.
32 flat was what everybody ran. We'll check it out this time. Robertson might have got a little bit more out of him. 32 flat, 32 flat, 32 flat, 32 flat. But now the battle is starting to heat up a little bit for the second spot. Robertson kind of fell back into Bobby Joe and Kornprost. And Robertson loving it all. He's checking out as they're coming to the wide.
Yeah, I think, and we're going. This thing's going. Looks like we're going to the checker here, because once they take the white, this thing's over. No matter what happens, they're coming back around. Yeah, there's nobody going to catch him at this point. Short of him making a mistake, this is his race. Well, Rusty, it looks like I'm going to get my wish. It looks like he might be able to come up and talk to us this season. That's going to be good. I'm glad to hear that. Work on my our visit to the beautiful Buchanan Resort, I might add.
Got to be the promoting out of it, Jim. Well, here we come for the final time here for season 10. Season finale.
So
he's going to go
the opener
to Ronald Robertson. Won the season opener. That's correct, Jim. Won the season opener, and he's going to win the season finale. Ronald Robertson gets it done. Rusty Robinson comes 2nd. Bobby Lane Jr. finishes 3rd. Kornprost, Lohmeyer, and Scott Cassadave officially should be the champion for season 10 of the Heart-to-Heart Motorsports Truck Series. I mean, he had a hell of a point.
No,
he got it.
He is. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it at all.
We ought to celebrate that more, but just how it come out.
No, I know. Yeah, no. I mean, look, man, what a year he's had. I mean, look, let's don't kid ourselves, man. He dominated all year long. He was strong. I mean, there was some quality runs. Bobby Joe, I think, would have really been in the mix had he not had that bad Daytona race, got taken out there at Daytona or whatever. But, man, Cassadave, let's see where Robbins is at. Let him watch him do his burnouts. But, yeah, Cassadave deserves that championship, man. That guy has been strong as death all season long. I mean, he deserves it. I mean, what a run. But, Robertson puts a bookend on this season, wins the opener and wins the closing race of the season. And I think he's had some good runs in there. He wasn't as consistent as he needed to be. And there's Rashad again. See, comes Squirrel right there. All right, well, let's get some race results up here. I think we probably got some of those now.
Let's see what we got right here for obviously the season finale of season 10, round 12 of the Heart-to-Heart Motorsports Truck Series. Ronald Robertson, he's going to win the Bud Light and Barbecue 150 here tonight with Rusty Robinson coming home 2nd. Bobby Lane Jr., Bobby Joe ends up finishing 3rd. We'll talk to those drivers here in just a little bit. AK Austin Kornprost gets 4th with Andrew Lohmeyer battling back. Good battle back for Lohmeyer from that earlier incident to come back and finish 5th. BJ Lane the third, finishing 6th. Benny Jones 7th. Scott Cassidy, your season 10 champion, will finish in the 8th, season 10 will finish in the 8th spot. With Ryan Perone, good battle back for him, will finish 9th. And Bud Light Mike looked like he was, odds are, going to have a top 10 or at least a top 5, possibly win the damn thing.
Yeah, that
but
was
unfortunately, that little bit of contact with BJ Lane the third ends up sending him back, but he still gets the top 10 out of it. Steve Harrison, William Martin 11th and 12th, Dan Cullison, James Borden, Nicholas Mater, and Alan Marr, the 16 drivers here tonight for the season finale for season 10 of the HRT2Heart Motorsports Truck Series, presented by Bud Light and Barbecue. Folks, we're going to round up those podium finishers, give you our final race analysis, and give a good send-off for season 10. Don't go anywhere. HRT2Heart Motorsports Truck Series with MotorMouth Broadcasting and Redneck and Nothing Productions. We're back right after this.
Well, maybe. Maybe not. No idea.
I'm Aaron Lane from Bass Tire.
Hi, I'm Steve Bass.
They're all running. All the commercials are running at one time. Let's do Alan Tiller. All right. We'll leave you folks to it.
From custom millwork to hands-on training to the best products in the industry, T.W. Perry, Builder's First Source, helps you do more. Each of our locations includes showrooms featuring windows and doors, decking and railing products, and a wide range of materials designed to inspire your next project. From concept to completion, you have a chance to see, touch, and compare the products that bring your vision to life. T.W. Perry, Builder's First Source, building better together.
Back here at Kansas, season finale is in the books. And we'll talk to our champ after we get the podium, get them all lined up and everything, give them their dues, obviously. Ronald Robertson coming home with the win here tonight at Kansas. Ronald, you won the season opener at Daytona, and then 12 weeks later, you end up finishing off with the season finale win here at Kansas. Kind of both ends of the spectrum. Tell us about your race tonight, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. First of all, congrats to Scott, the champion. It's got a very good race. I had a very good track. I have to congratulate to Bud Light Mike. He was very fast that night. In the first laps, put me a lot of pressure. Yeah, it's a good race.
Yeah, you definitely did have a really solid race tonight. You've been fast all season long, really. You've had a few mistakes or a few incidents, maybe not your fault necessarily, all of them, but you just had some incidents and the consistency wasn't there. But overall you were fast all year long. I'm really looking forward to seeing you back next season because you definitely are quick and again you've really been fast all season and tonight you showed it again. So congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, I have some bad lucks. A blow engine.
Yeah.
In Talladega.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Thank you for that, by the way. That that video reel, it went viral and had a couple thousand views. People really liked watching you blow up and flip there. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. That's good for my channel. No, but yeah, you've had. Well, I'm just playing. But no, you've been strong all season.
That got me a lot of points back.
You did have some bad luck this year though, for real. That was. But you've, like I said, you've been fast all year. I can't wait to see you back next year and see you improve as well. So, congratulations again. And I'm sure you want to thank your sponsors or anybody else you want to thank while we have you in here.
Yeah, well, thank you all the sponsor of the league to Heart Sport. Thank you for your for in the broadcasting. It's very good. And next season I have to do. I don't know if I can do all the races because here in Chile summertime and in February vacations. So we for races.
Oh, well, we hope you can make all of them. If not, we look forward to the ones you can make because you sure are fast and you make it exciting when you're here. So, again, congratulations, and we hope to see you as many races as we can next season. Good luck down there in Chile, too. I want to come visit Chile one day. So, again, thanks again, and congratulations.
You know, a good hot
Thank
one
you
with
very
chili
much,
actually.
and you're welcome here.
No, that's a different kind of chili, Jake.
We
Don't
have
get
a
it.
Well,
good
that
wine
bowl of
for
chili
you
does
here.
sounds pretty good. Ronald Robertson coming. Ronald Robinson coming out with a win. He gets it done. Congratulations to him. We'll go to second place finisher, Rusty Robinson. Rusty, I already know what Jim's going to ask you, so I'm going to ask you something completely different. I already know where Jim's going to go with it, and it just I can't go over there and pinch the hell out of him for where he's at. But Rusty, you come home, you get you a P2 here tonight. Awesome race. What more did you need to try to get around Robertson right there in the closing laps?
Biggest problem I had wasn't good enough. I really was hoping to come out in front of him and Bobby because I pitted in front of them, and I just was a little slow getting in, and even my run down pit road was a little erratic. So that was my biggest problem. But once you got to him, here it gets tight, and if you didn't find a place with some air, you couldn't keep it on the bottom. But you could get a heck of a run there, but it just wasn't enough. Ronald was fast. Enjoyed racing with him all season, man. He's been a lot of fun, and I hope he gets to race a lot with us next season too. We sure hope he does.
So my first thought is, obviously, everybody knows where I'm going to go with this before I'm done. But my first thought is, I think one of the requirements in this league is that you need to sound alike, because you, Bobby Joe, and Casanave could literally come on and sub each other's voices in and out because y'all all have about the same tone to your voice. It's kind of funny because it's the first time I've heard you speak, and it caught me off guard there. But anyway, so that was my first thought. But no, honestly, all night long from Jump Street, I was kind of pulling for you. Jokingly, I kept talking about so I could beg you for a summer vacation for Jake and I there at the beautiful Buchanan Resort there in the wonderful state of Tennessee. But besides that, by the way, they beautiful fishing and boat rentals and all that kind of stuff. Go check the website out.
Absolutely.
And I could be a better promoter of that place if I actually knew how nice it was, like from being there in person. But anyway, besides that, though, no, I was pulling for you all night long. I wanted to see you come up here. You came into the season late. Everybody talked good about you, and I know you were out on an extended trip or something, and so you didn't make the first few races. And then you came in and you had segments where you were really fast, but it just never seemed to quite work out for you at the end of the race. And we never did get you into the booth up here. And finally, on the last race of the season, when you took pole there, I was kind of pulling for a different winner. I was hoping that you or obviously Bud Light Mike would have been phenomenal if he could have, got up there and won as well. Or even Lohmeyer, just to have a different winner tonight. But it's great to have you make it to the podium tonight and get up in here. And I'm looking forward to seeing you back next season when you've got the time to, practice preseason and not jump in 4 races into the season and all that kind of stuff. So congratulations on putting it together tonight. You were really fast, and I thought for sure you had a serious shot at winning tonight.
it's a great league. Uh, they're so good to hang out with and become very close friends with these guys. Some of them I've known over 20 years, and it's just a great thing to do and a good pastime.
Well,
that's some good old boys. Never made it no harm.
That's
Obviously, with Rusty Robinson coming home with a P2 here tonight. Rusty, congratulations on the P2. Appreciate your time as always. Thank you for sponsors and any shout outs.
Yeah, thank you a lot. Appreciate you guys. Really enjoyed the broadcast this year. It's been fun. Going back and watching things. We thank all our sponsors. Gosh, it's TW Perry, Jason Muscle Cars, Alan Tillery, C&L Carpets. I'm forgetting
Bass
somebody.
Tire.
Bass Tire, yes. Thank all these guys. Think we've got some new people coming in next season, so looking forward to that. But
and that beautiful Buckhannon Resort, by the way, don't forget them.
Well, we want to invite you all up this way. We'll talk more about that. It sure can happen, man. Sure can. You congratulations to Scott too. He ran a great season.
He does deserve it. That's right.
Absolutely. That is Rusty Robinson. Comes over with the P2. Appreciate him. Appreciate his time. We'll go to the third one. And that is Bobby Joe. Bobby Lane Jr. fighting hard, getting him a third. He tried and tried and tried. He literally busted his tail all season long. He comes home with a P3 here in the season finale. Bobby Joe, I got to ask you this question. I mentioned this live on the air during the race, that you was driving for something here tonight. We talked about this last week, at Auto Club, and, how you needed some luck to go your way, and it didn't, and Scott ended up winning the race, and odds are, all he had to do was start the race here tonight, and he ends up getting the championship. But I mentioned a while ago that you were driving for something to come out here. You wanted to come out here and win this damn race, and say, you know what, Scott might have won the championship, but I won the season finale here at Kansas. Was that a little bit of extra fire for you here for the season finale to try to come out here and win this damn thing?
Well, Jake, I always got fire, dude. I try to win them all. Now, congratulations to Scott, man. He deserved it. But, I want to win them all. I've had really good finishes this season, and I've had just bad luck at a track or two, and congratulations to Ronald, Rusty. Glad to see Rusty get up there and run good tonight.
So my question for you is, do you think that you had something for him there until you got into the wall when you and Robertson got in together and you went up into the wall there a little bit? Did that take a little steam off your truck, or?
I definitely had something for them. I was actually saving my stuff. I drive, letting them catch me. Not letting them catch me, but I know they were holding it to the floor. I wasn't. I was braking a little bit, saving my stuff. Been practicing it all week, and after 15, 20 laps, I've been super fast. So no, and then when he got on the outside of me, I actually laid the hammer down, and I wasn't really going to try to let him get by. But when he bumped me and I went up and got into the wall, it said I had a tire out of line or something. So it definitely probably slowed me down a little bit. But every time I'd get close to Rusty, I'd lose the air off the nose of the truck.
Sure. Yeah. No, that's what that's kind of what I figured. I figured that it took just a little bit of steam out of you there, and it just didn't allow you to maybe have what you had earlier, because you were sure looking strong, until that moment for sure. But congratulations on a great season, and and to you and all the admins here that work so hard to make this, and all the sponsors that make this league come together. So a good bunch of guys, man, and I'm out there promoting it, and I talked about earlier that you guys are going to raise your I rating cap a little bit, and allow some more guys maybe potentially come in. And I shared my thoughts on it live during the broadcast, and it's basically the same thing I said to Scott earlier this week. Is I think that those guys that as you raise that cap are really the guys that you're going to want in here, the kind of guys that aren't going to wreck you, aren't going to cause any drama. And so I'm glad to see that. And the reality is, I have no doubt that you and most of these guys that run up front in this league every week would easily be high-rating drivers if you could tolerate running officials on the regular basis, But you guys don't really need to run officials. You got such a great league here, and you get to run the schedules you want and practice with each other, and that's what y'all want out of this, and you certainly got it. So. Just glad to hear that, and I think it's only going to just add to this league, So congratulations.
Yeah, I think we picked up 5 this week, and we wasn't even recruiting. And they actually came in and raced a couple practice races with us, and because we race almost nightly,
right,
with this group of guys. And I'm like a lot of guys. I don't like running officials because of all the bickering and wrecking and stuff like that. And honestly, we have improved a lot in the last 2 or 3 years since we've been running this. And I think a lot of people in this league has improved a lot, because I'd say 15 of these guys have been in here since the beginning. Rusty and everybody's been here since the beginning. So we've all improved. But we do want to get probably 10 or 15 more in here and beef this field up a lot. And it's just more fun with a bunch more trucks. So.
I tell you what, if you could get 15 more guys in here that race like the regular 15 or so that we have in here, man, I can't even tell you how much fun this league would be to broadcast. 30 guys out there running clean and fast.
It's already fun, Jim.
No, it is. That's what I'm saying. I can't even imagine. I'm serious. I can't even imagine how good it would be if you could put 15 more guys in this league, the quality of the 15 regulars that run in here, man alive, man. Because this is literally some of the best racing. I broadcast a lot of races, man. This is seriously just good stuff. I look forward to this race, honestly, as much or more than anything else I do all week long. And that's partially due to the fact that I have Jake to cut up with, too, so that's fun.
Yeah, he's a hoot. I'm glad he's coming back. I heard he was coming back.
Is that what
if he don't, we're still going to call him every week. But no, man, it is a great group of guys, and we have been through a lot of guys trying to get the group we got, because
not everybody's going to fit, but there's going to be some that latch on that just fit in, and that's what it's all about, finding the guys that fit with the group you got here,
It's like tonight, I knew that I had second in the points wrapped up. It's kind of in a situation with Scott. I couldn't beat him, but third place couldn't catch me either. So,
right.
I didn't have anything to lose except go out there and try to win it. So,
right. Yeah, no,
but that's what you race for all season, to win the championship. And me and Scott has really put in the time here, man, every night, just about. I think actually me and Scott was the only one in the whole league that finished on the lead lap every race.
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me, but that's an impressive stat, I'll tell you.
But
you know what?
Oh man, I'll go ahead and thank my sponsors, Bass Tire, and
he knows the drill already.
Yeah, I'm in here. Luckily, I might not be in here all the time next year, but go and get that over with. Bass Tire and Alan Tillery and T.W. Perry and Chasing Muscle and Rusty is a really good friend of mine, and I do go up to the resort and fish. So
that'd be really fun if we could get several of us, up there together.
He's been talking about that.
That'd be a fun little get together, if something like that could happen and we could work it out with schedules.
Don't count him out. He's a great guy. I've been going up there for over 20 years.
So to touch on what you just said, I just pulled up the stats. I actually have that stat, laps completed by every driver. And you and Scott, indeed, are the only two drivers that completed all the laps this season, 981 laps, both of you. And then the next one is Ronald Robertson. He completed 971, so 10 less than the two of you. And then Lohmeyer at 972. Cullison at 977. Why is he out of order? Oh, it's probably doing it by points order. But anyway, yeah. But yeah, you two are the only ones. That's right, 981 laps. Congratulations on that. That's no small feat. You know, it's pretty easy to have something go wrong. And both of you had a good year. But I think probably now we've taken enough time. It's probably time to talk to Scott and congratulate him on a phenomenal season.
Yeah, Scott's been waiting very patiently. Yes, thank you very much, Bobby Joe. Stick around. Here at the end of it was obviously Scott Castanave getting the championship. We talked about it. He is the champion. A dominant season out of the 03. Scott, I mean, what's the mindset coming into a race knowing that basically you got to just basically a starting part, and you end up winning the championship? I mean, it's got to have a pretty good feeling to kind of be relaxed a little bit and know that it doesn't make a damn what happens tonight. You should be good to go, and you're going to end up being the champion.
Yeah, it definitely helps. I didn't have no stress really tonight, but I sure wanted to do better than what I did tonight. But I'll take it. I did pretty good. I've been consistent all year, and it paid off.
This is probably your worst finish of the year, isn't it?
Yeah, I had a bad pit stop. I didn't click on the add fuel button, and it took a little longer.
Okay.
But
we wondered because that pit stop put you 8 seconds back. I mean, that was huge.
Yeah, and I struggled from there. I was in dirty air, never could really gain anything. Benny passed me. We struggled fighting there a little bit, and after that, I just kind of rode it out there. But I got to do this right now. I want to thank Bobby, my teammate, for pushing me and trying to make me better, practicing with me. He has really made me better, and I think I've made him better. And I just wanted to put that out there.
I mean, hey, that's teammates for you right there. Scott, what does it mean to be the season 10 Heart-to-Heart Motorsports Truck Series champion? What does that mean? Because you get to carry that with you in every race that you do on iRacing. If it's with Heart-to-Heart, if it's with other leagues, if you ever do get in there and run some officials, even though they're whining and crying and, being and complaining or however you want to say it. But what does it mean to carry that with you knowing that you are a champion here with this great league?
Man, that's really a pretty easy question. You give me the chills just asking me that. It just means the world, man. This league is just so special, and the guys here that I've raced with, the loyal ones that's been here. It just means everything, and it's just heartfelt. I've only won one other truck season here, and to get another one, it means a lot to me. It's special.
Yeah, I'm sure it absolutely is.
There's a lot of good guys in here, and they race hard and they practice, and everybody wants to win, and it's a great accomplishment, man. But it's really heartfelt to be in this league and have a chance to actually win another Truck Series championship.
Got him another one. Scott Castanave, season 10 champion with the Heart-to-Heart Motorsports Truck Series. Scott, buddy, appreciate your time. Hell of a drive all season long. Before we let you go, thank those sponsors and any shout outs one final time for season 10.
Allen Tillery, for everything they've done, Buchanan Resort, Bass Tire, TW Perry, all of our sponsors, Chasing Muscle Cars, Andrew, he's a great guy, man. We got some really good guys in here. I can't say enough. And again, I want to shout out to my teammate Bobby for helping me this season. We push each other, and I don't think if it wasn't for us working together, I don't think I'd be having this conversation with you guys right now. And I want to shout out to you guys. I appreciate a great season of broadcasting. You guys are wonderful. Jim, and you, Jake. I want to make sure I say that. Y'all are both wonderful guys. If we get you back, Jake, it's going to be a bonus. Thanks for being here, man. We really appreciate you. You guys are both good. Jim, you do a fantastic job with the cameras, all of the announcement. Thank you. That's all I got to say. Thank you very much.
Cassidy, pretty appreciate you very much. He is the season 10 champion, and that's going to do it for season 10. I mean, it's in the books, baby. I mean, we got her done. It is what it is. Jim, buddy, hell of a season. Great working with you. But your final take on not only a great race that we saw here tonight at Kansas, but a great season with one of the best truck leagues that I think me and you have ever been a part of. Best leagues for that matter, not just trucks, but best leagues, which is the Heart to Heart, guys. Your take, sir?
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a great race tonight, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that just because this is the last race of the season. Every race this year has been great. There hasn't even been one that was close to boring all year long. But, a great group of guys. I mean, it's great to come in here and feel appreciated every week for what you do. It's great working with Scott every week on the graphics. He's sending me all these great pictures to do for the thumbnails and all that little stuff. All that matters, and all the way from when BJ first contacted me and my first where we got in Discord together, and it was Scott and Bobby Joe and BJ, and we were just talking about what we wanted to do and for the league and everything. He's been a great group of guys to work with, and I'm thrilled that they want us back for next year. And I'm looking forward to it. And I want to help recruit and do what I can. I would love to see this league grow in size, but keep the same level of character in the league. And the same, level of racing up and down. I mean, even maybe the guys who aren't the fastest in this league, they race clean, they race good. It's it's a phenomenal league, and I'm thrilled to be a part of it. So I really mean that.
Yeah, absolutely, Jim. It's been a pleasure working with you here this season. It's been a pleasure calling with the Heart to Heart Motorsports Truck Series guys. And Scott Cassidy gets him a championship out of it. And he gets her done, and got her done, however you want to look at it. He gets it done. Robertson ends up winning the race, won the season opener and the season finale. So great drive by each and every one of them. But, folks, that's going to do it for the broadcast. Got to thank Chasing Muscle Cars, obviously, great sponsor here with Heart to Heart. Obviously, CNL Carpets, Allen Tillery, Buckhead Resort, Bass Tire, TW Perry. Can't forget about Bud Light and barbecue for the title sponsorship. I love that. That is awesome that they sponsored a finale. I love that. I love how that ended up working out. So thank you very much to all the sponsors, every single one of them that has been with us throughout this season. And, great group of sponsors. The drivers, I mean, just every damn one of them. It's been a fantastic season. They all put on a hell of a show. They made it so awesome to call up for these guys, you fans out there in the live chat coming out here and, repping these guys and supporting these guys and giving all these guys love. Love y'all so much. BJ Lane, all the admin over here. I've had some time to think about it, and, I want to stick around. I do, but, you know what? Hell with it. I'm coming back next season for season 11 for the Heart to Heart Motorsports Truck
That's
Series.
what I'm talking about.
I'm going to come back. Going to get it one more time for the season for these old boys. They showed the love. They wanted it. By God, you're going to freaking get it for season 11 for the Heart to Heart Motorsports Truck Series. Thank you very much. Everybody out there in the live chat, hope you love it. And I'm telling you, we're getting ready. Got a couple of weeks off. Getting ready for Old Atlanta, February the 8th. It's going to be a good one. For my good buddy and co-commentating and producing, Jim Cunningham, Big Jim, on the Redneck Announcer, Jake Reeves, said as I always say, be safe, be kind, be fast. We'll see you in 3 weeks. Scott Cassidy wins the championship. Who's going to get her done in season 11? We'll see you after a couple of weeks off. We're getting ready to get it kicked back off for season 11. It's just right around the corner. We'll see you there.